On Tuesday morning, Crater woke to the sound of the pipes of the 1st Battalion, the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders. Highland Laddie echoed over the craggy hills that shut off Crater from the rest of Aden. The British were back. It was Pipe Major Robson who the night before had piped his colleagues into Crater while the bullets were flying overhead. Colonel Mitchell, you actually led the attack to take Crater. What time did you start?
7 o'clock last night.
When did you get your orders, in fact?
About 12 o'clock yesterday morning. We sort of agreed that, you know, how we're going to do it. And the plan we'd been thinking about was, you know, sort of put on, and we started at 7.
What were the reasons for retaking Crater? It has come as a great surprise.
Well, you know, purely as a soldier, the reasons were that the whole prestige of the army depended on going back in, obviously. You know, we were thrown out, truth be known, and we had to go back in.
But you were taking a gamble.
Very much so, yes.
There would be heavy fighting and heavy casualties.
Oh, we went in prepared for it, yes.
Were you surprised that there weren't heavy casualties?
Yes, slightly.
What is the position now as regards the whole of Crater? You haven't taken, in fact, the vital road where the machine gun nests are leading up to the pass.
No, I mean, I'm not allowed to. It's as simple as that. I mean, I've been stopped, as you know. We've got sort of 2/3 of it now, and I've been stopped on that line, and I'm just at this moment awaiting orders. The acting brigade commander has gone to see the GOC, and I hope to hear by 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Now, are you confident that you can take these with what forces you have available?
Oh, yes, yes. There's nothing in Crater that we can't cope with, I promise you.
The main aim of the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders throughout Tuesday was to exploit the advantage they had seized and capture some of the high buildings in the town. They also carried out many searches for terrorists and guns and ammunition. I'm on patrol now with the 1st Battalion of the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, and it's going to be patrols like this that test just how firmly British troops have Crater in their control. Because if it isn't very firmly under control now, we can guarantee that we will be fired on and we will have grenades thrown at us. That's the form when British troops come back into Crater. But if they really do have this town under control, we might have a quiet trip. We're going in now to investigate a report that a house possibly has a cache of terrorist guns and ammunition in it. Known terrorists have been captured this morning from this house, so it's quite possible that it is a terrorist arms dump. And we shall be there now in a few seconds. The Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders are now going in to carry out a search on this house. The house where the terrorist arms dump may be is this one with the car outside it here in Crater. And the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders are now skirting the back of the house. These are men of A platoon now going in to see if reports are correct that this house may contain a terrorist arms cache.
Now huddle there. Wake up!
And these, in fact, may be terrorists because intelligence said that there was, in fact, a suspected band of terrorists hiding out inside this house.
Get away down to the left. Move up down. Hey! Come on. Hey! Give me the hand up.
You've been in and searched this house now, have you?
Yes, and still, sir.
Find any arms?
No, no arms or nothing. No.
None at all?
No, that's all. No.
How did the Arabs react when you came into the house?
Oh, they go quick. And we chased them.
No trouble?
No trouble, no.
One of the key questions, of course, was how would the local state police react when the British troops came back into Crater? Well, British troops took this local police station, or rather they came here at 2 o'clock in the morning. They'd already warned the local police that they were coming, and then through a loud hailer, one of the soldiers in Arabic said to the police, "Don't worry, we come as friends." and the senior Arab police officers walked down the police station steps and they shook hands, and they seem to be getting on very well together this morning. Superintendent Mahmoud Aish is the officer commanding the Central Division of the Aden Police. Superintendent, were you able to keep order?
I was able to keep order, and I was able to keep more order if the British troops left the siege.
Do you think then that the British troops coming back is going to have a serious effect on the morale of the local police?
It would, because we have been promised that no British troops will come in, and we have been telling the people. And when we told the people, they felt happy, they cooperated with us, and with that cooperation, we felt rather proud. So later on, we were faced with the entry of the British troops.
So do you think there might be problems?
There will be problems, I think, yes, even if you leave. We won't be believed even when we say anything to the people later on.
Considering the bloodbath that had been forecast as inevitable if British troops returned to Crater, the situation was remarkably quiet and peaceful. But it is far too early to assume that the presence of British troops in Crater again will not spark off a whole new series of bloody clashes.